So, it's been a short little while since the last video. Anyways, I got mail. Now, full disclaimer, they did send these to me for free. However, I'm not being sponsored to say anything, so the opinion of these headphones are all completely from my use with them. Now that out of the way, let's take a look at these, shall we? These are called the Kiwi Ears Ardors, and these are over-ear audiophile Bluetooth dual driver headphones, which is pretty interesting to see. It's got ANC and an impedance of 32 ohms. They've got a range of about 10 meters. They support Bluetooth 5.4 and SPC and AAC codecs, which is pretty standard, honestly. And they've got apparently up to 140 hours of battery life with its insane 1100 milliamp hour battery, And I've been using these for about 3 weeks now. I've got quite a bit to say about them. So I'm going to be comparing these to my Soundcore Q35s, since these are the ones I've been dailying for almost a few years now. And they're both in similar, price brackets to, Bluetooth, ANC headsets. So yeah, let's take a look at that. Starting off with the build quality, they are mostly plastic made, and although it's not the most cheap feeling plastic ever, they aren't also the most premium feeling thing either. But given the price that these are going for right now, they're $100 MSRP, and then it's about $79.99 on discount right now. You can't really complain. And they're also not the lightest headphones. They're coming in at about 325 grams, but that's not that much heavier than my Q35s, which are closer to 270 grams. These ear cups are also these plush leather ones, and they do actually have some clips holding them in, so they are replaceable, which is nice, but we'll get back to that one soon. They've also got these little leather patches on the outside, which do look nice at first, but the logo honestly is kind of large and it's a little jarring for my taste. And I'm a little concerned about putting them face side downs, because they might just get scratched, honestly. Like this one came with a little defect from the factory itself. I'm not sure if you can kind of see it. There it is. But yeah, they come with this nice hard shell case, as you saw, which is really great. Plus, they've got a C2C cable in the box and also an aux cable, which is pretty nice. They also do fold in, which I found kind of strange, because they lay flat in the box and not like, they fold up like something else to get in the box. But, the more options the better, I guess. I'm not complaining. Now, while doing the unboxing, I actually got so sidetracked that I actually had to run to catch my bus, while it was a lovely, -30 outside. And with 30 km/h winds, and I just put them on and just thought it was a good test for them, and they did pretty well. I also did a test where I left them connected to my phone during a lecture to see how well the low power connection would work, or if the headphones would randomly disconnect when it's not playing audio for an extended period of time, and they handled that pretty well too, so no glitches or lags when I use them after the lecture, although there is a slight delay when it's turning back on, so when you start listening to audio again once it's going out of the low power state. So it's the first half second of the song gets cut out, but when you're normally listening, pausing, playing, and doing something else, it doesn't really do that. It goes when it's going to sleep, essentially. So that's good fine tuning there, Kiwi Ears. And guess what? They have a DAC inbuilt. Right, pretty normal. But guess what? There is a USB DAC, and you know what that means? You can just plug this in to your phone, and it just works. You don't even need the aux cable anymore, because it's all phones have taken it away. Thanks, Apple. You just plug this in, and it also charges your headphones as well. And they've got a 8-hour playback with just 10 minutes of charging, which I don't really know how to check, but they claim that, which is pretty nice, So I don't know why more headphone brands don't do this. Even the XM5s don't do this. And of course, yeah, it comes with an aux cable. It's going to have the aux port, so if you want to use it with other devices, you're more than welcome to do that. It's got this blue and red LED indicator as well to show when it's in pairing mode, and also charging indicators and turning it off and on. And the clamping force is a little bit on the tighter side, but it is definitely okay for doing light workouts and stuff. And also, yeah, here's a quick mic test of them. Testing. This is the sound test of the mic of the Kiwi Ears Ardor Bluetooth headset.
Power on. Connected. Transparency on. ANC on. ANC on. Power off.
There's a lady in my head.
Please leave me alone.
Now, let's address the elephant. Maybe in my room.
Elephant green screen effect.
What's with the whole audiophile labeling? Well, Kiwi Ears has tuned these headphones according to the Harman target reference, and honestly, looking at the frequency response curve, it's pretty nice, you know? And using them for a while, I do have to say that they're definitely more on the balanced side compared to something like the Q35s, which are, you know, a lot more bass heavy. And these have been my daily drivers for a while now, so it's definitely a nice change to see something that's balanced in the Bluetooth space of things. The instruments are nice and clear, and it's really, you know, a nice experience listening to music with these. But, you know, that's just a preference thing, honestly. It does have a nice warm tone to it, and it also has nice sound staging with minimal overlapping of the instruments, but I wasn't able to get the spatial audio thingy to work on my laptop, and I don't know, whatever. Overall, I'm really happy with their sound quality, and especially at this price point. I really do appreciate like the chi-fi space, trying to make more balanced and affordable wireless headphones that hit so many nice checkboxes that people can use on a day-to-day basis. But yeah, and they also do get quite loud. And there's also like no distortion, or barely any distortion at the higher levels. For reference, I usually use my Q35s at about 25% volume, but these ones are about the same loudness and they're just as clear as them at about 15 to 20%. So that's nice to see as well. And they've also got 5 mics in them for the ANC, so we got
1, 2, 3.
And then there's 2 more somewhere, I don't know. I think there's some inside here. I do feel something in there, but I'm not sure if that's a mic. Anyways, they also have hybrid ANC of about blocking 35 decibels. And it does a pretty good job in like libraries and buses and other noisy areas. Although I feel like it gives me more of a headache than the Q35s. But yeah, again, ANC is not for everyone. They will also have a transparency mode, but it's like, it feels like you're listening to things through a funnel. At least it's usable, I guess. And the battery? Yeah, all the headphones need to start doing this because these are insane. Like the headphones, you know, already last forever. But these ones are something else. I've been using them continuously for about 3 weeks with about 5 hours average use per day. They're included, you know, using ANC sometimes off and on and taking calls on them. And that gives about 5 times 7 times 3, about 105 hours of usage. And they're still at like 30%. Come on, dude, that's insane. That 140-hour like rating that they gave, it might be true. But now, enough blazing. Let's talk about what I don't like about these tin cans. The most prominent ones have got to be these ear cups. They are on the smaller side of things, both in depth and also just in size. They just barely fit my ears. And by no standards do I have large ears, you know. So if you do have bigger ears, these might just be a deal breaker for you, honestly. And the adjusting ratcheting headband also feels kind of I don't know. They don't seem like they're gonna slip out on their own, but I don't know how long they're gonna last, you know. Can't say for sure. Maybe I do a long-term review or something. Let me know if you guys want that. The buttons are also kind of barely there. You can see they don't really stick out that much, and it really kind of pissed me off the first week of using them because I got like pressing something else. And it's like, sure, it's a getting used to thing, but the Q35s on the other hand, they've got these nice like buttons that kind of stick out well, and they're separated too. So it's really easy to just press them and like not really think about it. But in these ones, it was kind of like, are you pressing the right thing? They're so shallow, they barely stick out of the surface of the body, which I guess for aesthetics it's okay, but it's, you know, a little getting used to thing. It's a little bit of nitpicking, but that is something that kind of bothered me at the start of it. There's also like this really strange delay when you turn them off and on for the first time. Like when you press and hold the power button for the 5 seconds, then it takes like a second to think about it, and then it goes power on. And same for power off, which is strange because I never really had that in my Q35. You just press it for 3 seconds, immediately turns on, no questions asked. This one's kind of like, I'm thinking. But honestly, overall, these are some great headphones for someone looking for a nice balanced experience and ANC that gets the job done in such a nice package that they have here. Now that that's out of the way, it is time. Gentlemen,
synchronize your death
you know I have to take them apart. I was surprised when they said dual drivers for this thing, and I'm like, wait, how did they get that working? So this is also a good opportunity to see how easy it is to swap these ear cups out, and if I break it, at least I break it, and it's not gonna be you guys. So, oh, look at that. That wasn't too bad. So, very nice. They come off like this, plastic piece, and so hopefully they get replacements out for these soon. I haven't seen any on the website, but maybe third-party retailers on AliExpress and other companies might just do that. These are a little on the harder side to get out. I don't want to break the clips. Bruh. Okay, you know what? I don't want to blow these up. The right one's fighting me. But yes, it does come out. It looks like one of the clips is nicely stuck in there. But what I wanted to see now is this dual driver that these guys have been talking about. Oh, that's glued in. Well, in the name of science. Look at that. Yep, that does look like a mic in there. And we've got our main driver, and I believe that's the second driver. We must go deeper. Okay. Now, does this just kind of peel off?
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Oh, hold on. Yo, wait a minute. Yo, I've got it. Okay, yes, this is another mic on the inside, and we can see that it's connected. It's pretty intricate here, yeah. Look at this. I believe that's where they're putting like a little sound chamber. So if you see like any Jerry Rig Everything videos, maybe it's got the little balls in there. Now I don't want to stretch this. Those are the only wires connected to it. Yeah, we can see that. Here's your 1100 milliamp hour battery. They weren't lying. And there's got the little mic up there, little board for charging. Super nice. Now, let's put this thing back together before I blow it up.
Nice.
But yeah, there we have it. Kiwi Ear Ardors. Let me know what you guys think about these. I'll leave some links and other sources in the description. But yeah, alright, thank you for watching.